Chapter 12.2 Surface areas of prisms and cylinders. A right prism has polygons as its base, so this has 2 hexagons as its base, and the sides are vertical to the base. Whereas an oblique prism, the sides are not vertical to the base. The lateral area of a prism would be the area of the sides and not the bases. So to find the lateral area, we would take the perimeter of the base and multiply it by the height. We want to find the lateral area of this prism. The bases are hexagons. So to find the perimeter, a hexagon has 6 sides, and each side is 5 centimeters long. So the perimeter is 30 centimeters. The height of the prism is 12 centimeters. To calculate the lateral area, it would be perimeter times height, which is 30 times 12, which is 360 centimeters squared. To find the lateral area of the next prism, the bases are octagons. So to find the perimeter would be 8. The length of each side of the hexagon is 3. So the perimeter is 24 centimeters. The height of the prism is 9 centimeters. The lateral area would be 24 times 9, which gives us 216 centimeters squared. The surface area of a prism would include all the sides and the bases. So the surface area would equal the lateral area plus 2 times the base. Looking at the first problem, we want to find the surface area of the rectangular prism. The perimeter of the base would be 4 times 6. 4 sides, each of the sides is 6 centimeters long, so that would give us 24 centimeters. The height of the prism is 12 centimeters. So that would give us a lateral area would equal the perimeter times the height, which is 24 times 12, which would be 288 centimeters. The base, the formula for the base is the base times the height. We have a square, so it would be 6 times 6, which would give us 36 centimeters squared. The lateral area is also centimeters squared. So the surface area is the lateral area plus 2 times the base. So 288 plus 2 times 36. Which would give us a surface area of 360 centimeters squared. Want to find the surface area of the triangular prism. Again, the surface area is equal to the lateral area plus 2 times the base. The base here is a triangle. To calculate the lateral area, we need to know the perimeter. The perimeter, we need to know what these two sides are. We have a right triangle. Half of this base here would be 6. We know this length here is 8. So it's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. So this would be 2 times 5, which is 10. So we know that both of these sides are 10. So the perimeter would be 10 plus 10 plus 12, which would give us 32. The height of the prism itself is 10. So the lateral area would be 32 times 10, which is 320. To find the surface area, we need to find the area of the base. The area of the base would be 1/2 base times height, which is 1/2. The base of the triangle is 12. The height of the triangle is 8. So the area of the base would be 1/2 times 12 times 8, so 6 times 8, which gives us 48. So the surface area is the lateral area, which is 320, plus 2 times the base, which would give us 416 units squared. If you look at a cylinder and we roll out the side of the cylinder, this length right here would be the height. And if we look at what we rolled out around the top, that's the circumference, which is 2 pi r. To find the area of this rectangle when we cut the cylinder would be height times 2 pi r, which gives us the formula for the lateral area. The surface area would be the lateral area plus 2 times the base. And the base here is a circle, so the base would be pi r squared. We want to find the lateral area and the surface area of the cylinder and round to the nearest tenth. Looking at the lateral area, the radius would be 14, and the height of the cylinder is 18. So the lateral area is 2 pi RH, which gives us 2 pi times 14 times 18, which gives us 504 pi feet squared, which is approximately 1,583.4 feet squared. The base, the formula for the base is pi r squared, so that gives us pi 14 squared. And 14 squared is 196 pi. So to calculate the surface area, it's the lateral area plus 2 times the base. The lateral area is 504 pi plus 2 times 196 pi. Which is 504 pi plus 392 pi, which will give us an exact answer of 896 pi feet squared, which is approximately 2,814.9 feet squared. So this is the exact answer. It includes pi. It's not rounded. This is the rounded answer, rounded to the nearest tenth. Find the lateral area and surface area of this cylinder. Here we know that the radius is 12. The height is 20. We could put it just in the formula that the surface area equals the lateral area plus 2 times the base. The lateral area would be 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared, which gives us 2 pi times 12 times 20 plus 2 pi 12 squared. Which would give us 480 pi plus 288 pi, which is 768 pi feet squared for the exact answer, and the approximate answer would be 2,412.7 feet squared. The lateral area, if we round the lateral area was 480 pi. Rounding that, we would get 1,508.0 feet squared. So the answer would be A. In this problem, we're given that a soup can is covered with a label as shown. What is the radius of the soup can? So we're given the height, and we're given the circumference here, which is 2 pi r. So if 15.7 equals 2 pi r, to isolate r, we would divide both sides by 2 pi. Putting in this calculator, you have to remember to do 15.7 divided by parentheses 2 pi close parentheses, or do 15.7 divided by 2, enter, then divide by pi again, and we would get that r is approximately 2.5 inches. Again, I would check and make sure that you're entering it into the calculator right. These parentheses are very important. Find the diameter of a base of a cylinder if the surface area is 480 pi square inches and the height is 8 inches. So we're given that the surface area is 480 pi inches squared. We're given that the height is 8 inches. Our formula for surface area would be the lateral area, which is 2 pi RH, plus 2 times the base, so 2 pi r squared. Surface area we're given is 480 pi, equals 2 pi r. We're given that the height is h, plus 2 pi r squared. Notice that pi is in each of the terms, so I can divide both sides by pi, and I'll have 480 equals 2 times 8 is 16r plus 2r squared. So we have a term that has r squared in it and a term with r. So that leads us to the fact that we'll need to factor. So I'm going to subtract 480 from both sides, and I'll have 0 equals 2r squared plus 16r minus 480. I can divide each term by 2. So I'll have 0 equals r squared plus 8r minus 240. I will need to find the factors of negative 240 that add up to be 8, or are 8 apart. I can start with thinking about 10 times 24. If I subtract these two, I'm going to have 14, which is not 8. So let's change this one to 20. If I divide 240 by 20, I get 12. 20 minus 12 is 8. So this would be 20 and negative 12. So 0 equals r plus 20 times r minus 12. R plus 20 equals 0 would give us that r equals negative 20, or r equals 12. I need for you to show this step. Those of you who have been skipping this step right here have just been going straight to giving me that r equals 20 or r equals negative 12. So you need to show this step. I don't care if you show the step that says r plus 20 equals 0 or r minus 12 equals 0 and then solve that. I do need to see both of your answers. We know it can't be a negative answer because we are looking at a length. So we want to find the diameter. We found the radius. To find the diameter, we would double it. So the diameter would be 24. And that concludes our lesson for 12-2.